and welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name is John Lightford and this is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines that you will absolutely love. On this occasion, we are tasting a wine from Australia. It's from an internationally renowned brand called 19 Crimes. The 19 Crimes are a list of crimes that a few centuries ago, that if you committed one of these crimes, the court in England could send you off to Australia and deport you, and you'd have to live a life in Australia and set out a new life. So 19 Crimes has this thing where you can use the barcode, the QR code, and it will give you a little story about an individual and what happened to them, what they got sent out to Australia for, the reason they were sent out, and what happened to them. So it's a little bit curious, it's a little bit sort of quirky, a little bit gimmicky, but I think it's hit a note. A lot of people really like it.
I think it has. I mean, I've seen this, the marketing's fantastic. I've also seen them, I've seen a lot of people enjoying them. I believe we've reviewed a few, haven't we?
Reviewed quite a lot,
and enjoyed them.
Including the Snoopy dog, which we didn't enjoy at £25.
Oh, that's because it's £25 though, John. Yeah. I know he's almost over that now. He's like, he doesn't talk about it all the time.
It's just been boosted up again because in America, in the USA, you can get it for like $15.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
It's like sort of £12.56
let
or
go,
something.
John, let go. But no, in general, 19 Crimes does seem to have gone, from strength to strength. See, a lot of people, a lot of people talk to me about it in the shop, and so far so good. Now, this in particular one, this is £10, is it, John?
It is £10, yeah.
I just thought that immediately, you're almost like have you seen Rain Man where he says, this is £10, yeah. You automatically knew that that's what this was. So this is just a little bit different though. And this has got, you're going to have to explain this for me, John, because I don't understand. It's got some coffee in it.
As I understand it, it's got a shot of cold pressed coffee in it.
Right.
So it's the wine, and then I assume that before they bottle it, they add some cold pressed coffee to it.
Okay.
And I think the cold coffee, I believe it's cold coffee, and cold coffee is a thing in California where they actually, rather than having a hot coffee, you have this cold pressed coffee, which is supposed to taste delicious, so I'm told. I've not had the experience of it, but I'm told by more than one person it's really delicious. So yeah, cold brewed coffee poured in and mixed with the wine.
Okay, all right.
Now, why they've done that, I don't know. But I mean, obviously, the first thing you think of is, well, if you like coffee, you'd probably like coffee. And some wines do have that taste of coffee, don't they?
Yeah, you get it a lot. You can get the nose of coffee in there, and I say like the taste of it. So I expect this is just taking it with well, obviously people like it in there, don't they? So they're taking it to another level. So
yeah,
let's have a go.
Let's have a go.
Well, let's have a look at the colour first.
Yeah. The first thing to say is, obviously, I can see through a glass. I can't see any coffee grouse in it, which is encouraging.
Yeah, and it's not brown. It has
no.
It has got the again that vibrant colour there. I won't say quite garnet, not quite rich enough to have that garnet colour in there, but a nice looking wine. That's got a nice colour as that.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going dull nose.
Whoa, that is coffee.
Oh, that is.
What did you do that for?
Only coffee, and just coffee. Nothing more, nothing less. I can't smell any white. That's just. Oh. I think it's at this point I have to kind of half admit, I don't know if I said before, but I'm not a massive fan of coffee flavoured things, and this. Oh. That is.
No, I mean, if you like coffee, just let me say, if you like coffee, you will love the nose on this. It is, but you can't get behind that at all. I mean, there's nothing else in the wine itself. There's no fruit or...
No, the coffee nose is there and nothing else behind it, and I'm finding that really hard to...
No, it's like smelling a cold coffee cup.
Yeah, there's nothing...
Yeah.
Perhaps a bit ashy and tobacco, but I don't know if that's...
No, actually, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Now you've said it.
Yeah, now...
Should we taste?
I don't know if... I'll be honest, I don't... Yeah, of course.
Well, if you don't like coffee, I guess you're not going to be that keen to taste.
No, but we'll taste.
Okay. It's really confusing.
It is, isn't it?
Really confusing. I'm tasting coffee, and I'm thinking, where's the wine gone? And then I become aware of the wine, but it's like the coffee never goes away. It's not like it goes coffee, wine, coffee. It's like the coffee is there, and it just relents a little bit to say, oh yeah, there is some wine here too.
but just ever so slightly.
Yeah, just slightly. And we don't know what grape's in here, do we? And I think it would matter. I mean, all it says is red
I think
blend.
It's described as red blend.
Yeah.
So you know,
and it also says it's from Australia and import. So it could be anything. But perhaps they're not particularly bothered because the coffee is going to override any...
The coffee's overridden any flavour in there for me whatsoever. And the only thing I'm getting from this is the tannin side of it. So for me... It tastes like, and even that smell there. I tell you what, John. And this tells you about this. This is probably one of the only wines I'm not going to finish, and I'm not really going. Now, for me, you're left with coffee on the smell, like you said, it's like cold coffee. The flavour is coffee, and then just left with tannins in there, which are the two of the things I'm not particularly enjoying at all, but. I reckon if you're a big fan of coffee, I reckon that would be the wine for you. I can see.
Oh yeah.
I can see so many people actually enjoy. It's almost like alcoholic coffee. It's like,
it is. Yeah. It is. It's almost absolutely. I was thinking exactly the same. If you love coffee, you are going to love this. I mean, if you don't like red wine, you will still love this.
I'm still tasting it, John. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, if I try and look at the positives of it, obviously, you know, if you like coffee, you're definitely going to like this. The mouthfeel is very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's not thin or anything like that. There's a nice feel to it, and also the length is very reasonable.
That's just what I was about to say. The length, because I'm still tasting it. I'm not saying I'm a fan of it, but the length is there, and you can't deny that. And if you were a fan of that flavour, then you'd be happy days with that one. But unfortunately, just for me. I don't particularly like the flavour, but I can't deny that is still there.
No, I can't deny that either. I mean, you know, I just can't get away. I mean, I really can't get away from saying, literally, if you like coffee, you like this. If you don't like coffee, don't go, as they say, a country mile near this. It won't be for you.
I would go as far to say it's a bit of a gimmick.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It's very gimmicky, but having said that, if you like coffee, it's a gimmick you absolutely love.
There's some of you out there are going to absolutely adore that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of coffee. But, okay, I would not know, I've not even thought about it, the first place to start when it comes to matching that with the cheese.
And food-wise, you know, I was going, what I was thinking to myself, well, what do you have with coffee? And I thought mint chocolates. And I was thinking... Well, would they be too sweet with that and too cloyy with that? Or maybe mint, I don't know. Or maybe shortcake. Shortcake, I could see that. Shortcake biscuit.
But I'm afraid when it comes to a cheese with that, I'm drawing a blank.
Are you?
Drawing a blank. There's nothing I can think.
You mean someone walks into your shop and says, I've got a bottle of this and I'd like some cheese to match with it. You can't send them away without anything.
Well, the Yorkshire in me would say. I think I'd probably lean towards the plainer. I just said the plainer the better because I don't think there's anything that's going to complement or which cheese will complement that. So I'd say the plainer the better. Never ever have I recommended white Cheshire. And I'm not the white Cheshire's bad, not all. I love white Cheshire, cracking bit of cheese. But you want something very plain, very one-dimensional. And I'm almost embarrassed as a cheesemonger to be able to say I don't know I'd match with that.
What about Stilton?
Blue Stilton.
Yeah. So he's getting technical now.
I'm thinking other flavours would work. I don't think.
No?
No, because you've got... Well, you've got that's a powerful flavour. Stilton's a powerful flavour. The two together might just like really mess each other up.
Rather than complement.
But now you've got me curious. Now I want to see because it doesn't always sometimes when you think it in your mind doesn't always work. But I tell you what, I'm going to put this out. I'll let you try that because I'm not 100% sure about putting those two together this time. But best of luck.
Best of luck. So easy conclusion for this one. If you like coffee, you'll like this. If you don't like coffee, and probably some people I know that like coffee, but they don't like coffee flavoured cakes and the like. And it's probably more towards the flavouring of the cakes. You know, if you don't like flavourings, coffee cake, for example, you probably won't like this. Okay, well, let's get to the difficult one. We thought pairing was difficult, but what about thinking of the score?
Right, John.
So you're struggling because you don't like coffee. So
this is going to be a difficult score to give, because if it was given a score from me personally, which I suppose it is, but this is a very, very personal thing. I'm not a fan of the coffee flavour stuff. I don't like the tannins. So there's a couple of ticks there immediately for me to say no. However, I can see how so many people will enjoy that. So I find it then very difficult to score it, because in itself, is it a good wine that people would like? And yeah, it is. I think a lot of people would really like it. But then on a personal level, me personally, do I like it? If I would score it, I am going to take this down probably to one of the worst scores I've ever given.
Okay.
And it's going to be 51.
Wow. Wow.
If I can't finish a glass, I consider that quite...
Fair coin. I'm slightly different from you. I didn't find the tannins quite as aggressive as you did. I don't mind coffee taste, so I don't like coffee cake, obviously, but I don't mind that coffee taste. It is a bit of a gimmick for me, and so I'm not going to go anywhere near as low as you on the basis that I think that I'm trying to think. If I like coffee, I'd probably be giving this 10 points more than I am. Yeah. And if I just said I didn't like coffee, I'd probably be giving it 10 points less than I am, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to hit at the 68.
I think that is been the biggest gap you and I have had.
I think it is, yeah. Yeah. Well, I could finish the glass and you couldn't, so that's where that gap comes from. Yeah.
And that's fair as well. Swings and, but that is a really good example again of how I feel personally about it, and how you feel, and then how you guys would feel about it if you were to try it. Because what all we've ever said about this is our personal opinion, and what you might think is amazing. We're just doing the legwork for you, but
yeah. If you like coffee, try it. If you don't, give it a miss. So that sums it up, I guess. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, it was interesting, certainly, and quite brave of 19 Crimes to put into the market, and to give it a go. So be interesting to try some other wines, maybe like that with flavours that you actually like.
Yeah, let's give one of those a go. Until then,
chin chin.
I was going to say coffee, but chin chin.